you seen how good that coconut custard looked with the cinnamon on top. And I mean, this is just an overall good dish, you know, to bring to the family, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, or whatever. But anyway, let me show you how we make that. So we're gonna need our pot, of course. I have my heat, and it's an electric on a 3 right now. So that's about a medium for me. And so I have some coconut milk. I have 2 cans. We're gonna throw that right in there. So I couldn't find Goya, but I have this other one, so it's all good though. As long as it's full fat, you're good to go. Then our next step is to take, this is a 1/2 cup of cornstarch. Let's put that in there. And also a 1/2 cup of sugar. And let's go ahead and give that a good mix. And also with this here, you do not want to leave this unattended, because this can burn pretty quick and you don't want that to happen. So, and you want to get all this stuff worked in here and good and dissolved and, you know, and broke down and incorporated together. But yeah, you do not want to leave this unattended. You want to stir this until it is, you know, nice and thick, you know. So what we're going to do, we stirred this here. We got it good and incorporated. So now what we're going to do, I'm not going to leave it unattended. You know, I got all that stuff incorporated in there. But what I am going to do, I'm going to let it, you know, come up to temperature just a little bit before I start whisking it again. So let's let this come up to temperature, and I'll see you in just a minute. All right, so we're still here, you know, whisking and doing all that good stuff. I forgot to mention earlier, you want a teaspoon of salt. And then also, you could either put 1 or 2 cinnamon sticks in there. It's gonna just give it a good flavor. Bring that cinnamon flavor in there with it. And now, I did switch. I really like this little small whisk here versus the other one. So I did switch. But anyway, so we're just gonna keep whisking this up for about 3 to 5 minutes until this starts thickening up even more. So we'll just be here whisking our life away. All right, so as you can see, it thickened up really well. You know, and this is what you want to go for. See that consistency, that cinnamon stick in there, so it's nice and thickened up. So I don't have none of those nice molds, you know, that you put stuff in to make like a bun cake or anything like that. But what I do have is this cool pie dish. So I'm going to pour that into there. And what we're going to do, we're going to allow this to sit in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours. I'm going to go with the max at 3 hours. And we're going to let this thing fully cool. And then when it comes out, what we're going to do is put some cinnamon on top of it. We're going to sprinkle some cinnamon on top of this thing. And I'm telling you, this little dessert right here, so much flavor, that coconut, oh man. This custard is amazing. I promise you that it will not disappoint. And for those of you who know what I'm talking about and have had it, you know exactly what I mean. So there it is. Nothing, you know, hard. Anyone can do this. And so what we're going to do now, like I said, is get this into the refrigerator for 3 hours. And I will see you guys real soon. All right, fam. So pulled it out of the refrigerator. It's been 3 hours. So now, as you can see, it's done firmed up like it's supposed to. Now, other thing is just any kind of ground cinnamon, and just come in here and just sprinkle it. You know, like I said, if I had a little mold kind of thing, it'd probably look a little bit nicer, you know. But I guess I'm not shaking this cinnamon hard enough, am I? I'm not trying to there we go, get a bunch of it, you know, to just pour in one spot, but there we go. But yeah, just take a little cinnamon, you know, and throw it on there. And that's what you should look like. That's what you should get. Nothing hard, just simple, you know. But yeah, any cinnamon will work. So now you know the other thing we got to do. We got to go ahead and we got to slice this up and get us a taste. All right, fam. I thought I'd come and sit down, you know, and shoot this one for you. versus the standing up all the time. But thank you for joining me in the kitchen again today with this simple little recipe, this coconut custard here. But it came out great, just, how I like it, how I remember it. But also, I talk about those little decorative little bun trays. It makes it look nice when you flip it out. It has the little decorative on there. I could have flipped it out of the pie tray, but I chose not to. I just decided just to cut into it after we threw the cinnamon on there. If you want to do that, you're more than happy to do it. Like I said, 2 to 3 hours on this, you're good to go. And the thing that I love about this is the fact that it's not overly sweet. You get that hint of coconut in there. You get the hint of that little bit of salt we put in there. You get the little bit of the sugar. You get the coconut flavor. It's a silky texture. It is so good. It's so delicious. And you ain't got to worry about just something being overly sweet, if you're worried about that kind of stuff. This would go great at this Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas, whatever, Bring it to your work function, get together. Do this as a family one night as something fun to do. I encourage that. I always talk about food as a love language, and I really truly believe that. But, like I said, this is a really good, simple, easy dish for anyone to do. Simple ingredients. You can go get them anywhere. But yeah, definitely try this. So now the other thing that we got to do, we got to give it a taste. So here it is. And so let's go ahead and give it a taste. That's what it looks like. The texture of it, so silky, smooth. When you first taste it, you get that little bit of cinnamon that's from when we put that cinnamon stick in there. Then you get hit with the coconut. And then you get a little bit of saltiness. Then after that saltiness comes in that little bit of sweetness. And then you get another little hint on the back end of some more coconut. It is just an overall good, delicious little dessert that you can just, like I said earlier, just make with the family, work functions, holidays. Try it out. Just try it. You won't be disappointed. So again, fam, thank you for always watching. Thank you for tuning in. Without you guys, this channel wouldn't grow, like I always say. And, the other thing is, like I always say, hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Until next time, peace.